So with great pride, I introduce to you now Mr. or Dr. Augustus C. Ouano.
Who has also been in the United States and lived with us for a few weeks. Said, welcome to you. After 50 years, or almost 50 years, 2/3 of your life in the US. So the thing that I would like to show now is, where is information technology going, or where has it gone? And of course, IT computer started in the United States. Then it migrated into Japan, Taiwan, Korea, China, Southeast Asia, and India. And where is the Philippines? So starts the integrated circuit history. It started with SSIC, which is Small Scale Integrated Circuit. Was introduced in 1960. This is the time when I arrived in the US. So now we have the very large scale integrated circuit. If you look at this picture, is about the same. So can you imagine how many lines and how many transistors you can fit in the head of the pin? A lot. Okay, the hard disk drive. This is another phase that I was asked by IBM to work on. This is like a phonograph. You have a turntable. We call the disk that's rotating at fairly thousands of RPM, and flying above it is the read-write head. This is the head that reads and writes the data on the magnetic disk. 100 nanometers, 100 billion of a meter. The history of the HDD was introduced in 1956 by IBM. The attributes of this hard disk drive, the platter that you see, the one that rotates, is 24 inches big. The number of disks that they have to build in order for it to be useful, 50 disks in one drive, 24 inches in diameter. RPM is now very fast, 7,000 to 15,000 RPM. Now why do we want it fast? It's mainly because you can retrieve the data very fast with the RPM side, because they stay on the track, So now the usage is very wide. It can be used for entertainment, all nonsense. Now they use it for playing games, all that stuff. So what is the foundation of VLIC and HDD? Again, it's founded on material science and technology. Founded on micro and nanolithography and tribology, as I mentioned before. That's essentially the same here, except, of course, that we are talking about, and the room that we are breathing here now looks very clean, isn't it? Basic science, physics, and chemistry. Future of devices will be increased portability, that's what people would like to have, increased reliability, better performance and speed, increased versatility of use, and less power usage. And most probably very important was that what does the guardian of the Filipino values was to say about
if we talk about our society, I don't think we need. Look at our traffic, and we tolerate people a bit faster. But we're slow. You go to the government, the processing, you go to our judiciary system, and you know that nothing even gets convicted because our justice system grinds very, very slowly. So, to answer the questions of the doctor, do we need speed? I don't think, yes, we said we need, but we're not doing something about it.
When we talk about speed, as Dr. Casco was saying, industry, especially education, has been left behind 20 years ago. Why is that happening? It's because we lack the people, quality people. Quality people, especially teachers, are not staying in universities. They opt to go out because we cannot compete with the salaries.
Sir Carlos, I'm teaching a course where we can actually teach people how to analyze speed in terms of material science.
How come we are second only to Mexico? There are more Filipinos than Indians and Chinese in the United States. How come we are outnumbered by 100:1? Are we less smart than Indians and Chinese, or is the government doing something wrong? That is the question.
Therefore, the research component is absent. And it is only when you have research, you have hands-on research, that you're able to connect and network with the different disciplines, and therefore are able to connect and to react to the research needs of the United States.
The job skills that were given to them, most of them were nurses and skilled labor. So the orientation for those Filipinos who are living there is towards other fields, not in the
Look for jobs. Most of the Indians and the Chinese that go out went to this. In the late 60s and 70s and 50s, many of us will go to the United States to study. We do not go to. I always tell my relatives, why don't you send your? It's very expensive from the Philippines to send our children to get a college degree in the United States. But a lot of Filipinos, once they are in the United States, many of my relatives, many of my friends, their children after high school are already satisfied because they can easily get a job. And it's Isip Sisio versus Isip Aguila.
The one to have been picked out by Gus to introduce the star of our show in the second part, his book, Motivation and Opportunity. Gus, I will not only introduce this book, but I will endorse it with all my heart.
The profession of a chemical engineer is the most analytical mind profession in any profession. So I think the solution here is for Gus, because of his top 5 level, which were on the average, is to develop the average to improve their mathematics.
I am talking of intrinsic motivation, something residing within a person, that inner fire that Dr. Ouano writes about in his book.
Answer that also, Gus, because when I edited his work, it was timing is everything, the title. Timing is everything, yes. And that reflects in one of his chapters that his boss told him, Gus, no matter how bright you are, timing is everything.
When he said that I'm among the people in the media, I'm probably the only one who read his book, which is true. And although I was a little bit...
As I said, I'm very, very passionate. When I was in the States, I totally forgot my wallet. I was so concentrated on my research. Not being the case, I'm hoping that this book I'm writing will somehow generate a little revenue that I can help the universities. So I need all your help. Please, market it for me. Thank you very much.